ahead.
Good morning. Welcome to the board meeting of the Special Service District. Call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is review and approve September 25th, 2023 minutes. Any additions, deletions, or corrections that need to be made to those minutes? Okay. We have a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
It's been a motion by Paul to approve the minutes. Do you have a second?
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Thank you. David's here, and we're going to put him up front. He's got some duties today to do, so we'll start with him with review and approve bills paid since the last approval.
A couple of large items on here, but have to do with the water system improvement project. Tusher contract, $654,000, and Sunrise, $48,000. And we also paid $4,850 to American Leak Detection for finding it.
They helped us pinpoint down where our leak was in the village.
It was much bigger than we thought it was. Much bigger.
Down at the very bottom of the loop where that culvert goes under the road.
We have detection for 45 gallons a day. We thought it was doing what? 70?
Yeah, it was.
It was a big one. The tank's automatic. We started filling the next day. So it was well worth the money stretch. Yeah.
There's John Deere Financial for $13,800. That was for the lease payment. Did I understand you correctly to say that we'll get a new backhoe, or is it going to just be the same one?
I want to say they said the lease is up at the end sometime. We're going to make it through this winter.
It's in 24. It's up.
Yeah, and then I think they give you the option to either buy that one or get another one, and they take that one.
Probably at a negotiated lease price.
Like we've done before.
Yeah, with the higher interest rate, we have to have a good deal.
So,
You know, we're not gonna get the same deal that we got before.
no, but it's better than mine.
No, for sure, It's just,
How's the old one doing?
Doing fine, that's great. Doesn't seem to have any problems.
That's the new one.
How much?
It's not new, but it's the newest one we bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not beat up or anything.
No, it shouldn't get used as hard as we're not going to use it throughout the winter to plow much because we got that second loader now. So
Yeah, that's a little truck.
yeah, so there's not much that's
On the road.
yeah. It'll make it easier on the back though.
Down at the bottom, there's $26,492. That's
Can you show the
we collect another lot down in the special area, assessment area, was sold, and so they collected the special assessment fee, and then I just transfer that into a PTIF investment account until we have to pay it, make a payment on the loan.
Okay. Well, that's the fourth one.
The next, this one, we got another one. I better let you know if that's there, and release the one. The next page shows, at the top is our accounts payable. Brandon can explain these better than I can, but I think this is for the backhoe that we just bought.
The loader. The loader.
Is that for an equipment charge?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so that we can use that loader to be able to use our snow blower and interchange plows and all of that stuff because they don't all come with the same couplers and stuff. So we had to change that, and once you change the coupler, you have to change the bucket also. So that's what that charge is.
Yeah, there was a bucket and a coupler. The Interwest Supply, I assumed that was for chains.
That's for change.
And then Schultz's, I think that was for, I don't know, that stem assembly, is that PRV vault?
That was the guts for the PRV that was
Which one, the one with the big,
the one above Wooded Ridge.
oh, okay.
A rock somehow got in the line and went in and chewed up $6,000 PRV.
Oh,
Yeah,
just the right size one.
no, it was,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah, way bigger than should have been in the line.
That's what I mean, just right size of ruin. Okay?
And, the bottom half
Does
shows.
that mean that did we find where the rock came from, or?
I have theories where the rock came from, but it was obviously before my time, because that line hadn't been open since I worked here. But right below there, down at the bottom of the tunnel area, they had done some repairs or tied in right there, right before I started. And
Probably.
there might have got in there, I don't know, I can't say for certain.
I'm just wondering if we've got another potential for more big rocks to go.
It came from the ground.
Okay.
That's weird though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lower half shows you the balances in our various accounts and the accounts receivable, and they're quite high right now because, a lot of people wait till we just send them out the first of October, and a lot of people wait till the end of October to send the payment, so. We got quite a high balance there, but
Just a second. Rich?
The first one on the list, how old is that?
Evan Chapman? 10 years.
So,
it's ongoing, it's quite,
Yeah, he's retroactive.
that includes the credit.
Good question.
it's a long time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. There's, down at the bottom, you'll see that Stonewood Homeowners Association hasn't paid for this will be the second quarter. If any of you know Nate Densley, then you could.
Is that what cottage is now?
Yes.
Okay.
There are three invoices that don't appear on this list. And Brandon, did you get those loaded? There we go, that's start of it.
Yep, they're all right there.
These are invoices that were paid by Eagle Point Ski Resort. And now Eagle Point Ski Resort is requesting that we reimburse them. Brandon or Dee, can you explain what these are?
You want me to?
Yeah.
So, they have fiber optic lines going around up there, and they're not under Blue State's authority, so they're considered a private utility. So anytime you have to dig anywhere near them, you have to contact the owner of the utility, they have to get it marked. And they're sending the bill for us to pay for the marking. But some of these are on the ski run where they put that water line in, and I don't know if that needs to be out of our normal budget payment type of thing, or if that needs to be between the contractor and the ski resort, because they were the ones doing the digging. But that's what those are, that's the payments for the private utility markings.
Sorry, I'm confused. So they're marking the fiber, right? But that's the resort fiber, that's not ours.
No, but it was either us or the contractors doing these projects that had to dig through there, so they asked him to mark them so that they didn't get ripped out.
Oh, I see, okay, so these are for our project.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not charged then?
Do what?
It's not charged for us then?
I don't know, I guess that's you guys' decision on that, but I think it needs to be through the project, if it's going to be because of the contractors needing it, I don't think.
Well, I don't think we have budgeted in the contract. Am I right or wrong?
Do we pay for Blue States?
Have you talked to Shane about this?
I have,
Can I,
Yeah.
you guys heard me?
Please.
Yes, this is fiber 40 hours. Basically, none of this would have needed to be done unless you guys, unless this project was happening. And all of these need to be identified for the, integrity of the network, for the safety of the operator, taking care of 40 power lines. So these are all just
who should have known it? Who should have known it? Us? By who? Just wanna know who. Who should, who should have,
wants to know where all the locations are, that's not true.
all I wanna know, Shane, I'm not being mad or anything, who should have told us about this? We get a bill, it gets us on the side, we just wanna know what's going on. Who should have told us about it?
When I got the bill, I just paid. You know, so I don't know, I would ask that. We wouldn't have that unless we were at.
We'll just ask Nate, thanks.
Seems like nature can arrange for it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, but we'll take care of it.
So, back to that, one of these, and I do believe it's this one, right here, that one I did have them come market, so that would be on us to do this one because we
Is
had.
that down the road with the triple chair?
No, this is down where we had to dig that big trench and look over down.
Oh, yeah. Down below Shane's condo,
Yes.
in the center.
Yep. So
I
that,
got that.
that one I believe is our responsibility.
Is it part of the project?
No, this was a emergency water line repair
Okay,
and
so we could.
Yeah, Shane, that was the one where you used your track hoe to do that digging, so that was great. Thanks.
So we can approve that one, and then we can look at
Yeah.
the other.
Can I get you to sign that as approved?
Yeah.
So do we need to approve that? So we can include it in the others,
Well, I think at this point, we need to prove them all because it's part of the project. You know, this will be separate.
Well, I don't think we ought to approve these until we negotiate with Nate.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll go to Nate and see what we get come up with.
So the project has a contingency allocation, and then you're going to figure out price like $10,000 a month or something, or, I mean, the project has a month purpose.
Yeah, I don't know how that works with the change orders and stuff, Shane, so we'll find out.
I'll have to look at the.
We'll find it.
Call for in there. If it is, then they have to.
Okay?
So I have to wait until the next board meeting to get reimbursed on this, or?
Depends on the response from Nate.
We'll reimburse us now.
We'll get with Nate and we'll figure it out. We'll get you taken care of. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, what's next?
We just,
Question.
Oh, question?
The mileage, aren't they on the mountain?
No. They're an independent contractor. They charge for mobilization, they charge for mileage and everything. That's how I operate too.
It's not the guys up the mountain that are locating it. They have to call in a private locator guy that brings out his fancy equipment and locates it.
Okay?
so we need motion to approve these. The checks that have been written since the last meeting and the list of accounts payable.
Okay?
I make a motion that we approve the checks that have been written and the accounts payable. And then do we want to include in that motion?
Include this one invoice
Just one invoice
of $24.50.
at $24.50, and it will figure out tonight what to do on those other two.
Right.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Is that good, Dave? Is it good?
Yeah, that's it. And, well, one other thing I had on the agenda is, I didn't know how we originally set this up, but, in general terms, we just designate the fourth Thursday of the month for board meeting, but the fourth Thursday of the month is the day after Thanksgiving, so I think we ought to move it up to.
We set that a year in advance, and
Did-
it's set for the
did we?
November.
What day?
Pretty set, November 17th. I just put it on the agenda so that you could
Yeah.
remind everybody.
So it's November 17th and then
The first of December?
That's good to know.
December first will be the 19th.
So on that,
Seventeenth will be the November meeting.
that meeting on the 17th of November is the budget.
Hearing?
No, it's not the official budget hearing, it's the pre-budget, preliminary budget.
Okay.
When
And then-
is your budget hearing
It'll
date?
be 2 weeks after that.
December first. After December first? No,
On December 1st.
On December first.
I think it's at like 5 o'clock or something on that day, 5 p.m.
I thought that would be.
We start at 5, we have our regular meeting, and then the public hearing
Yeah.
starts at 6.
But it's at that meeting.
And Susan, whether your fees will stay the same, 100, 150, 135?
Say that again? Oh, you mean the monthly fees?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same? Thank you. 'Cause your associations are going through their budget
Sure.
documentation.
Sure. Good question. Okay. You okay, David?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, other business. I was seeing over the new water line on the ski run. Brandon's been checking into that.
I haven't got the prices set up yet. Some people want a lot more measurements and stuff. Everyone I've talked to in hydro seeding said it's too late this year. It's gonna be too cold and the seeds might not make it. It might, but it might not. They think the best time to do it is in the fall, but a little earlier. If we wanted to do it, and I didn't know how, or what we're deciding to do on that. I think it needs to be seeded and got tore up, but I don't know what we need to do.
Shane, what happens if we don't seed it?
It really
But, like, Randy's probably right about it, right now. It's just, you know, it's basically all vegetation is gone from the tank all the way down to the run.
Yeah, erosion?
You know, really the problem, but it's what it is at this point. You know, I don't regret it, but the people that had some kind of rehabilitation, you know, part of the budget after, so I'm just asking
Sure.
for you guys to look into it after the budget, and I guess at this point, I think for the next year, you know, if you approve it, but then I hope.
I think we have to do it.
Well, remember now when it's a 50-50 chance, right?
Do they hydro seed with special like mountain grass? Like
Yes.
grass?
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't bring the Kentucky bluegrass or the rest of it.
Yeah, they've got special grass that's made for the mountains and meadow grass and stuff like that.
All right.
We should do that. Can we do it in spring?
We could probably do it in the spring after the runoff. You don't want to do it in the runoff, or you're just gonna have all your seeds.
Especially if it's not, especially if the run is still here till June or July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Request for reimbursement of power and fiber location, we just talked about that. Brandon, overview of current operations?
We got, the tank is built, we've tied in one of the several lines that need to be tied in as a backup plan for if we get, the weather kicks us out of there. They're waiting on a bacteria sample to come back from the new line they put in. If it clears, we can start filling the new tank. Once the tank is full, we have to pull 2 more back T-tests to make sure that it's clean, and then if those all come back clean, we can start using the tank.
Tell them how they sanitize the tank.
They get in there with a pressure washer and bleach for hydrochloride, really, but in the pressure washer, sanitize all that.
What about the backfill? Is it gonna freeze if it's not backfilled?
It ain't gonna freeze, but as long as, once we get the tank full and we can prove it doesn't leak, the backfill's going in. And that should.
Then hurry.
Yeah, hopefully we can get that done quick.
Well, we got good weather, it says nothing till after the fiscal year.
How does this affect the drinking water in the
Depends, if there is any.
But I mean, we're okay drinking water.
Yeah, we're still pulling routine things.
This is on a tank we built, it's
Oh,
totally
okay.
separate, and no, we don't have bacteria in ours.
Yeah, we tied that in on its own separate line so that if it does come back dirty, it's in its own isolated line, so it can't cross-contaminate with the rest of the system until we prove that it's clean, then we can open the valve and turn it in. So, we thought about all that before we started shooting water.
If we get really lucky, they'll be able to put that other 100 feet in.
Yeah, if everything goes as planned, hopefully we can have the have connected the new tank to the new line, and we've got a bypass line hooked up to our existing line for if that tank passes, we can shoot water into our existing system.
Okay, but you haven't started filling up the tank yet, right? You're just testing the water that's in the
Any day.
Wait for the sample to come back out of the line. Once the sample comes back out of the line, and if it's good, we can start putting it in the tank.
Which is any day.
And then you have to test it for once it's in the tank.
Once the tank's full, then we have to pull 2 tests out of the tank before we can send that to the public.
And they won't do any of the backfill until all the tests are back to that, is that what it is?
Once the tank is full, we have to shut it off, and then we have to measure how much water's in it, and then we're allowed a X amount of water loss over a 24-hour period. As long as that passes, then we'll be good to start burying the tank.
I see, cool. Yeah, I heard something when I talked to guys, they said there's something in that concrete that like itself, like there are these, that it actually starts to feel itself.
Concrete, when it cures, gets harder and harder.
It does, and there's, I don't know what they call it, there's sandy stuff in concrete that will fill its own cracks to a point. It's pretty expensive concrete because it can't have cracks in it.
Small crack.
Yeah.
When does the line come back?
When did they take the test? They took it yesterday. They should be back today to see if we're going to be good to turn that
Keep
on.
going.
And then that would be the big effect on, you know, that Monday, they basically move the valve, start filling the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to start filling the tank if we're not here to watch it, so Monday would have to be the day we're filling it, because I don't want to just send water down to you on it.
Another thing that we talked about, Brendan, because we didn't, use a lot of the money when we reconnected the Pepper Springs, we're gonna go to the Forest Service this next spring and see if we can upgrade that Forest Service spring so it won't freeze in the winter. And probably do some burying it deeper and whatnot, but, if we could get that Forest Service spring hooked up, we'd be in fat city.
Yeah, that Forest Service spring produces more water.
And we have the rides, it's just a matter of the flow.
Say that again, please.
The Forest Service spring will produce more water than the pumper spring most of the time, but during winter time, it freezes up and then we don't get any water out of it.
Thank you.
Tell them about your 1-inch line.
So they've got it cut down to a 1-inch line right now to be able to meter it, and it comes in on a 4-inch line, so it goes from 4-inch to 1-inch back to 6-inch and into the tank, which restricts your flow going through the line. So we're gonna tear all of that out and straight 4-inch into the tank with it. And hopefully that will keep water moving in the spring longer, and hopefully we don't freeze up as quick.
That makes sense. But when they produce it, that increases the pressure to get it up and over, right?
No, so it's reduced right at the
Gravity
tank.
fill from the spring and the up on the Forest Service.
Right.
It's reduced right at the tank for no real good
No
reason.
problem.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're finding all the right little things.
trying.
Okay?
What else are we looking at here? Flow measurements. Forest Service spring has flowed down to about 40 gallons a minute right now. The pumper spring is 42 gallons a minute. Out of the pump, we're losing more out of the overflow because we can only pump 42 gallons a minute. That's going to get fixed with this project, but I don't know.
Did they say they might not be able to put the other pump in?
It still sounds like it's not going to happen this year because it's waiting on electronics. And you're having a hard time getting computers and all
I
that.
don't know, still.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
I will too.
Okay.
He's my electrician too.
Yeah. I think it's everyone's
He is
electrician.
my electrician as well. Pretty good little dude.
Road updates. We've been trying. They've gotten really bad. We need tons and tons of work done on them. I've actually been working with Rich and a lady that says she can get us grants to do some actual road work down through the West Village and Grizzly Ridge area. I would have to talk to you guys, obviously, and see what you guys think about it.
This is the asphalt.
It could be asphalt, could be dirt, could be whatever, but it's grant money to do the road repairs, put in culverts, repair the roads how they need to be done.
Is that the lady we talked about, Rich?
Mm-hmm.
I've actually got it, I'll show you guys when we're done, just to see what.
Okay.
Brandon, what was her retainer?
That's what I was gonna show you, there's a huge list of retainers you can choose from on what you want services provided.
of the village connects to the canyon side conduit. That extension is uphill like we talked about, but shouldn't be extended out from the road, be at the bottom, so when it comes off, it drops off? And then,
On the outside,
we're talking about the culvert, I'm talking about the culvert.
Yeah, but you're talking the outlet side of the culvert.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that, because you know how far up into the land it's,
Yeah.
where you have to redig it out, shouldn't that extension be at the other end? So when it comes off, it doesn't wash out underneath the culvert?
So that, the end of it, the outlet is where it has always been. We didn't dig up that far end of it. We dug out the inlet of it, but not the outlet. So we just put it back how it was. We
Mhm.
could add an extension on the end of that, but as long as there's hard enough rock underneath of it so that it'll flow down instead of eroding that, it shouldn't be an issue. But if it becomes an issue, we can throw an extension on there.
Well, it only became an issue when they put in the fiber optic and clipped that and ripped it out and put it back in front and just stuck another piece of it in.
Yeah.
And how about, did you talk about the culverts around the canyon side
And that's-
selection?
That's kind
Not
of what I was
culverts,
talking
but
about.
a ditch.
Drainage.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got it,
Most
thank
of that
you.
needs to be done. And it's, I don't know if we.
It'll save the problem of that mud in the hole
Yeah.
around that corner. As long as everything flows into the culvert and under the road,
Mhm.
we won't have the mud problem down there. And if it does get muddy, if we could approve a load of rock to go right into the mud, right next to canyon side as it comes around.
I put 4 dump truck loads of rock in there last year and it still wouldn't.
That's
be
right.
muddy.
Right, I understand.
We, like, that needs to be built up and figure out some way to make that not be a mud pit, but,
That's the drainage off the side, will
yeah,
stop it
that
being
will
a
help
mud pit.
tremendously.
Thank you so much, appreciate all you do.
Brandon, did you get that other email that showed the, contract, where we stand on the contract? Dutcher and Sunrise on the water project.
No, I don't think I ever got that.
we need to render donation to this
It
point.
was with those invoices.
Well,
No, it was separate from the invoices. No, it might have been with the invoices.
One or the other.
all righty then.
We just go.
So Brandon, are you saying that corner, that bottom loop there, that you think it'll be an improvement this season?
Sorry, go ahead again, sorry.
You think that'll be improved this season?
We can do
Or
some
do
more
you think-
improvements down there around the bottom of that loop for sure this year.
I mean, it's not bad until you get into busy season and then you
Yeah.
got shuttles running and then
Yeah, and then it starts
people
to thaw,
walking
then
and
it
it's
starts to
very,
thaw
very
out.
narrow, kind of hazardous.
It does get kind of wore down in there too, because everyone knows once you get in there, you kind of gotta give it a little bit of throttle to get out and that.
Not everybody.
Everybody but Lance.
No, they're
Goes in
stupid
there.
people, I'm not. I don't know.
I noticed last ski season, a lot of people walked up from the condos up that road and then you got the shuttles coming down
Yeah.
and it's very narrow there,
Yeah.
like a liability.
Yeah,
The
it gets-
drainage ditches will make all the difference.
it'll help for sure. David, I don't see, I'll go into meeting one second real quick.
What do we got here?
That was late. You know how they
It's
do
real
it.
there.
That's me.
That's all we need for help.
That's me trying to give you guys all my emails.
Be careful, though.
Yeah.
I sit back there for a while.
Right. I'm trying to, and it's not letting me reconnect the internet here.
So this is the new project we got going.
Windmill, pig farms, and drill rigging.
Yeah.
Guess who's paying for it? Us, yeah, right.
That's part of the Mineral Mountain project.
copy of that?
No.
So as far as money, as far as work is done, is it halfway down on the work too?
Yeah, I mean,
No. I don't think they do.
Depends on who you ask. Like, they've got a couple of big things done, but there's a lot more to do.
Dave, what's the system in terms of percentage of completion, right? Like, it's similar to the accounting method, right?
Well, you have
In terms of the actual work.
You have to understand that the sort of, and Sunrise is doing this.
Yeah.
Sunrise is sending the bills out, they pay all, they make sure.
But are they tracking that the work is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have an on-site guy
every
that's there
second
every
Tuesday.
day,
Okay.
logging everything.
When you meet once a month for a meeting or every week?
We meet every 2 weeks
Every
for
2
our meeting
weeks,
with the
yeah.
contractors and engineers, and they have an on-site guy that.
Sunrise is our agent, right? So they're representing us and only allowing the billing to be done as it's actually performed.
And,
Yeah.
and they know,
We
and they,
figure all that,
Good.
and we've got 2 people on the thing, Kevin, who used to run the water system in Milford, Myersville, whatever, sorry.
Onward.
And he's there all the time, he's on site.
Okay.
From Sunrise. Oh, about 29 days.
They get X amount of working days for the entire project, and once they get this tank and stuff tied in, they're gonna stop the date, because they stop them during the winter, they're gonna pull off the mountain, and then when they start back up, they'll get X amount of days. I have to look at the contract to figure out how many days total it is, I don't remember, I think it's like 400 working days or something, in order to get all this completed.
That's the same resource supply, that's fine, I don't know what the issue, but because the water source, they want to have something that allows us.
Yeah.
But
Rich,
you only have 3.
I'll have to email you back.
Okay, thank you.
We can work on it.
So is there a Sunrise estimated cost to complete in terms of the budget? Above and beyond, so are
Well, they
we,
show what's left in the budget.
right, but in terms, are they doing an analysis saying,
Well-
we've done 25% of the work and we've spent 25% of the
No.
budget, right? Like,
I doubt it.
there should be a cost to complete.
They go through it pretty tightly every other week in our meetings.
Do we get a statement from them, or is this it?
That's what I'm saying. is we get-
There's a statement.
This is it.
This is just a summary, but the detail I covered.
Okay, David's got it.
But if you want questions for me to ask the engineers, if you guys can get an email to me, I can ask them on our next meeting, and try to get all these answers for you.
The main thing I would say is just to have an analysis saying, based on cost and work,
Yeah.
are we over or below budget? Like, that's the key question every single meeting that I would be asking, because if we're off of budget,
Brandon and I
We
will
need
get it,
to-
we'll figure it out.
we need to know in
We'll
advance.
get with Skyler and the other guys over there, what's that big dude, Skyler Cross?
Tyler, Devin,
Yeah, we'll get them on it, because they should be doing it.
No,
I'm sure.
they have to be, for this kind of project.
I believe they are, but I just haven't.
Remind me, I'll remind you, and we'll get it all this week.
When they invoice, don't they invoice for percentages of completion?
Right now, I'm talking to Derek said, you guys found 900 on the line from the public spring, and so the project will be updated to not replace that line. Is that accurate?
Yeah, we were going to start digging over top of the hill over the pumper spring. The line has been replaced. What was the date on that, 2016? The pipe had a 2016 date on it, so we capped it, pressure tested it, and it passed pressure testing, and it was C900 pipe, so replacing it would have been a moot point, because we'd be changing the pipe out for the same type of pipe.
Can we fix the road?
Right.
And it was very deep up,
That
so.
portion of the project is pretty significant, so has the project been updated so that date might no longer include that?
So what we was,
Does that affect the engineers yet? Does Sunrise know that that's not going to be
Yeah.
on?
yes, yeah, the engineers know that's not gonna be on it. We've been in the talks about using the money from that part of the project to update that pumpers, or the Forest Service spring to get us more flow. So that way it's not gonna cost anything different than what we've already set aside. Whether we can do that, we gotta get farther along in the project to find out. But as of right now, we know that that's not in the project and that's been taken off. So,
Okay, so that's been taken on, and so they're just gonna adjust it so that you won't be getting whatever you did for that,
right.
Right.
unless the other
take that off of his,
They had to.
that will open up funds for.
We'll keep track of it. I'm sure that we might need something like this, and if we could get that, like I said, the Forest Service spring going, we'd be in great shape. Okay? Is that it, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay. Equipment status. It's time for the fire department. Unfortunately, Ron Torgerson's not here today. His mother passed away, so.
He said that if somebody here wanted to give an update, if they had something to share, they could, I don't know.
Jack, you know anything?
Just ongoing training, new trucks in the building.
It is?
Yes,
Sweet. I want to see that.
welcome to it.
What is it? What'd you get?
It's out of California, up by, Sacramento,
Huh?
from the, Forest Service. It's one of their type, 3 engines. It holds, 750 gallons, and it pumps 1,400 gallons a minute. And it's 4-wheel drive, sits a little higher off the ground, gives us a little more clearance.
So that's a much better machine?
Oh, yeah, and the pump's in real good shape. Pump on the other one's having a few problems.
We're still gonna keep the old one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
What about the chipper training?
Yeah, that's impressed.
I'm still working with, Corey Beebe on that. He's got to get approval through his higher ups, so I'm kind of waiting on his end now to make sure that's all going to go through.
Okay. So we need it.
Yeah, if it does happen, it won't be till spring or summer when the training actually happens, because he has to get a new truck.
Where's the chipper?
It's down in their yard right now.
At the fire station still?
Well, it's in the county yard.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Just a quick note on the fire department.
yeah.
Mark Dretzky's doing an awesome job with that.
It is.
Awesome job.
What's his,
He's the firehouse captain.
okay. What's his name still, the chief? The Forest Service guy?
Yes, he is. Nick.
Nick, okay. Okay, just wondering.
And George is up there.
Vernon, he's lighting fires yesterday.
George wasn't, that was the Forest Service.
Yeah, I thought.
George was standing there with a smile on his face, so I thought it was him.
No, it wasn't.
The Forest Service with white trucks with the red writing? Or is that county?
No, the Forest Service had the green truck, green and white truck up there yesterday.
Okay. Well, I just came down the canyon and George was there and everybody was smiling and
Well, that's Beaver Fire's
Okay.
vehicle George was in.
Yeah. Okay. Are they gonna keep burning piles?
Please.
Yes. Hopefully they have better clearing index than they had yesterday.
Yeah, it was short.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
Is that easy? Everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, normal things, I mean,
Yes. Go ahead.
okay, so, I mentioned that they were, opening the schedule for December 15th. We usually start making snow, right after Thanksgiving, and try to, for rent,
agreement, but I had to file an extension because it was due on October 30th, so I have filed that extension. Haven't gotten a reply back from them yet, but the help is still ongoing.
What about the lady on the puffer?
And I'm still negotiating with her on that upper easement.
I think we need to talk about, there's a time limit on the offer.
So, yeah, I don't want to discuss it in this meeting, but we
Yeah,
need to talk
yeah,
about
we
it.
need to talk about it. Okay.
I have talked to her recently about it.
Okay.
Lou, I just have one question on water rights, regarding the SIP, Class A water rights, I believe, my first question is it true that the person is leasing those rights?
Sitting water rights, are we leasing those rights?
No, they deeded them to us. We have a banking agreement with them now, and we also had to get an extension on their water rights, but that extension was granted immediately because, you know, they were happening with water rights.
Okay, so there's no lease, they hold their water with.
We own the water now. We did a banking agreement with them, and we own the water rights.
Okay, but they still have the right to use them, right? So that's my old banking agreement.
Yeah, I heard they were maybe developing a few lots up there.
Right up behind your shop.
Yeah, they're gonna develop, there's a third party developer actually coming in, that works with the well on, going to develop, I don't know exactly what the product will be, but it's probably some kind of single family home site on that stretch of land on the left side of Drive, at the intersection of the highway, off the existing cabins on the left there.
Is that where they were cutting all the trees about a month ago?
Yeah, that wasn't the reason for that. I think that was all what Jack and the brother teamed up with to mitigate, but yes, it is that area.
Okay.
So at that right time, they'll have to, sign an assignment of their water credits for, you know, for whoever's gonna be using that water, but we're all set up for that.
Do you happen to know how many acres they have there? Or more not there, but what's their class A amount? I think it was much more like 12 or
Well, I had like 36 acre feet, I think.
36, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have nothing else on that.
Oh, yeah. One thing we should mention is the crack seal guys are going to be here, is it November 3rd or 6th? I can't remember. Anyway, it's the 3rd or the 6th, and unfortunately, the weather's gonna hold. It's gonna be 60 degrees at that point in time. Forecast has it throughout to the 5th, and it's in the 60s for about 4 days. So Shane is getting part of it done, we're doing part of it. So that whole road up to, from the road down.
53 up to the upper lodge parking lot.
Will all be done. Crack seal.
Shane's doing the upper lodge parking lot.
Right.
All of that should be.
Yeah. And thanks, Shane, because we're just piggybacking on this one.
Yeah.
You know, but we need to do our portion as well. David and I were talking about it, it's a lot less expensive than chip seal, and it'll give us a couple more years without having to chip seal that road. Okay, good. Let's see, what's the last thing this side? Any other business?
Yeah, I was gonna present these water meter options.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Here, I can find them, so this is the ones that Rich presented to us before. I've contacted the companies, I've called references, I've gone through quite a bit of research on both of these. I don't know which one you guys would like better. These ones are $165 a piece with our discount for getting X amount of properties, but they have to be plumbed into the existing water lines. They're both companies that have really good warranties, so if there's any problems with the meters, the warranties are replaced. They both cost the same per month to operate. One has to be plumbed into a line, the other one doesn't.
So one needs a meter pit.
It doesn't go in the pit, it'll still go in the building, but it has to be
Okay.
toilet or whatever.
I didn't understand this meter pit thing.
Yeah, nothing has to go in the meter pit.
Good.
This one is 165 a piece for them. The other one, if I can find what I was looking for. I lost it. The other one is about 250 a piece.
Which one's the battery operated?
They both are battery operated, and they both have warranties on their batteries that are monitored by the company. So they'll send you a report of meter health, and if the battery dies within 10 years, they just send you a new unit and you change it out. It's all under warranty.
So, say for instance, you have the Mount Holly on the slab.
Mhm. That one, a plumber's gonna have to go in. The slab places like our shop,
Yeah.
we'll have to do something different. Mount Holly that's on a slab is gonna have to do something a little bit different. We can use the same meters, but we're gonna have to go in and do it a little different.
Okay, and when I was in the condo experience, we got a meter on every unit. It's just gonna be one line going in, that's what's available.
If there's only a way to do that, then that's what we'll have to do.
That's the option.
Like at Snowflake, you can meter every single
Sure.
unit individually,
Sure.
and most cabins, or every cabin, you can meter it individually. There's very few exceptions to
They
that.
did Mount Holly except for the slab. Everyone but the slab was different.
Right, so everywhere except for a couple of places, these both would work.
Snowbound slab on grade too.
So I was confused, is it, water and then a separate one for gas? You talk about.
Yeah,
gas
they
and water.
they just offered a gas meter on here too, but that's a completely different thing than what I was presenting there. They do have a gas sensor that will send out an alert if there's a gas leak. I was looking into that, and as much as the water meters,
Yeah.
gas is my thing, but
Okay.
propane. Yeah, you just, it hangs on your wall and your.
Ask the people who lost their cabin last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one is,
Bill, let me ask, just so I know that we're talking apples to apples, you've got two different ones here. The first one, it looks like it's an email from Earl Flowers, Cumberland Home Products. And then you've got the other one, which is the, Water Systems Incorporated, which, and I can tell that the first one is the one that has the gas metering as well. Which one is the 165 a piece? I mean, and which is more like 250?
so the one that's presented with the gas meter, that's the one that's 165 a piece. That's the one that has to be put in line in your water line. So you're gonna be 165 at the meter, but you've also gotta get a plumber to come install it. And
Okay.
that's kind of what I wanted to present, because you are cheaper per meter, but you do have to pay to get them installed.
So every home, every condo would have to get it
Right.
installed on the line.
Versus the other ones could be done by anybody. They're pretty easy.
So, what's the scale and scope of getting plumbers up there to install on the line?
It would take.
That's what we're talking about. So, the other one, people can put them on themselves.
I can put them on, I would probably have meter Brady put them on everything, just so we know that we're paying.
Yeah, that's my question. They're like they're like 265 or something.
Yeah, they're roughly $100 more a piece,
But it's worth it.
but there's no plumbing involved.
Right, no question.
And they're also monitored and done remotely, everything, pretty much these two do the same thing, just one has to go in the pipe, the other one doesn't. But,
On this one, I know you said that the shop and also, what was it, Wooded Ridge?
no, it was Mount Holly.
Well, I got it right, whichever one it was. Those are the two that will need to be, they're gonna be a little bit different on the install, is that right?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Two different water systems set up. Those are the only two of all 250 that will need, some different type of.
Special attention.
We can use the same meter, we're just gonna have to do something different, we're gonna have to either open up the wall to get the water line, or whatever we gotta do to put it in, and put an access panel.
I think the 265 is the way to go.
I agree, just because of the ease of use on them, and
I have a question, will this solve the problem of us?
Yeah.
Meters?
Yeah.
everybody will be individually metered, and they there a billing thing to it, they can bill it for us if you want to,
We want them to.
and they just set your rate, and they.
There you go. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase and install of these, the water systems incorporated units. As I think it's $165 a unit plus approximately approximately 100 per unit to install.
No, that's the wrong one.
No, wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
Wrong
Hey,
one.
can we back up?
Yeah, we can back up.
Back up just a minute.
Also, we can't do that, we have to get in the budget before we can be approving anything.
Hang on.
Hey,
Bill, time out.
Time out. Yeah, we need a total cost proposal before we just.
And, yeah, we
I
can't just do
think
this.
that like each person, each condo, we could pay for our own.
We can't.
That would be up to you guys.
We can't make a move or motion right now until we get the information and the bid and that sort of thing, so we can do it.
And put it in the
And
budget.
put in the budget. And the budget hearing's coming.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the second page, it has
Yeah.
the total on it.
But we got a preliminary budget coming up, next meeting, so.
Yeah.
It's a good time to discuss it.
Isn't there some in your master budget, in your master plan?
Yes.
60,000,
I don't know.
It was there when I looked, but it wasn't that number of meters, but there is some money in the master plan for meters.
David had mentioned that the interest that we're making off of that,
Other investment.
there was 120,000 sitting
Right.
there, and
Right.
I don't know how
But
they let
there
you
again,
allocate.
what we will do is go revisit that at the preliminary budget hearing. But if we decided on which one we're gonna do, that makes it a lot more simple for us to get the information.
That's
So
what I wanted.
that's the route we're gonna go.
So can you get a total cost
Sure.
budget that we can use next month?
Yeah, I can put it together on exactly what these will cost to get the meters and get the initial, monitoring system set up and get all that going, and we can go from there.
It wasn't part of the project, but obviously asked me how to be in charge of things, we gotta do it.
There's some in the project.
We'll find the money.
Is the interest that we're making on that, is that ours, or is
It goes to the district.
So it's for
Yeah.
the project,
It's for the
it's
project.
called arbitrage, and we have to follow federal rules or we get in trouble with it, so.
That's my
For
question.
the project.
It's not a cookie jar.
The federal.
I just wonder where, that's found money.
How do we get the picture? Everybody's in it.
Put on that same note, meters could be considered part of the project, or
Right.
change order,
Right.
that can always.
And that, but we're
There
doing
is
it.
some on your project.
We're doing it, there's no question.
On
We
the
chose
project
which
itself.
one, we'll go through the motions and get going.
And then,
That'll make my life a lot
I
better.
think it's 65,000 now on the line item.
See, I need to also say that on the other project, the assessment area project.
Right.
Did have meters.
Right.
In that, but we pulled them out to make the budget, and at the end of it, if there's like money available, we could put them back in, but you can also check on that with the engineers to see what the meters are they were using
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, and tell them we wanna be uniform in everything we do.
Right, so they actually had meters and had, in the project, so we want to look into that. We need to pull out to make sure we can make the budget.
Sure.
that side of the, that side of the project too is also really hard for meters, because any meter that has electronic parts in it, almost nothing electronic is made in the United States, and that entire side of the project has to be all made in America. And so every single meter's got a meter chip in it made in
Is that how you
Taiwan.
find these guys, are they made in America? By the way, thank you for.
Yeah, Rich has been
this. That's
huge
the man.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, we're happy he's here. Okay. Anything else?
I was gonna see what we can do to get, because in order to have these meters or the SCADA system, we have to have internet installed in our shop. I've talked to David about it, and I talked to you, but I want.
I thought we had internet in the shop a long time ago.
No.
We've never had it since I've been there.
I know we approved internet for.
Yeah, we did.
For the.
The Starlink that we were,
Yeah, talked about it, but I don't think we ever got it.
What about Starlink?
No. Jeremy said we needed to have a camera outside the shop to be able to monitor new snowfall, and I know we approved internet. He had internet, because I actually used internet once at the shop.
I had not since I've been there.
It's not internet there at this point.
Okay, Starling, hey,
So are you getting a deal?
let's make a motion to get Starling, it's what, $2,000, $100 a month?
And it's $120 a month and like $700 to like get all the stuff set up.
I'd look at Starlink for some other stuff.
Hang on, Phil, hang on, we got some more floor questions.
I was looking at Starlink for something else. So when you get that commercial package, and the more points you get, I think it actually gets cheaper.
Yeah, the commercial does.
Looking at it, it's like $25 a month if I understood it correctly, and
Yeah.
I actually talked to
I
somebody.
looked at it too that way.
Like $20 a month per extra spot that you add to it.
Right.
So you're still paying your baseline and then a
Yeah,
smaller
if
fee
you break
for
it down, you get one system and you throw a few others around. I think you got 600 feet of distance, and then you have to put in
another.
Booster.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could reach the fire station with that.
Yeah, we got a fire station.
Yeah,
Maybe we can go to the fire station up there.
You have the signal up there.
Starling.
I'll give you the code, so
Okay,
it works.
hold it.
Don't reach our shop now.
Hey, let's make a motion that we approve getting the internet at the shop. Go ahead, Phil.
All right, yeah, I'll make the motion. Dave and I talked about this over a year ago when Brandon first came on, but I'll make the motion that we move forward with getting the commercial Starlink package for the shop. And obviously, it sounds like we can have some additions, but that's the motion.
I second it.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What a nice thing,
Any opposed?